Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Cleveland Indians hat and a Hasetia t-shirt from the anime Da Vinci. Anyway, so we have Ask Anna, or Anna Ames, has a new video. It's called Warning Signs That a Man Hits Women. I haven't seen it. Of course, we're going to watch it together. So, warning signs that a man hits women, and, we don't wish violence on anyone. We're not Twitch streamers, okay? We're not going to wish violence or call for violence. But I'm just going to assume she has been in a relationship with a man who hit her. She is a sex worker, and the jokes write themselves. Is she going to tell a story claiming that a man was her boyfriend, but it was really her pimp? Because that's the problem with being a stripper. Being in the sex work industry, you don't attract good people. So I'm not surprised she has a story. But, well, I don't know if it's a story, but let's see what she says. Warning signs that a man hits women. See what she has to say.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Here's Reaper. He's eating a treat. He was sitting there before, but then he jumped off, so I got a treat so y'all could see him in the background. Today's topic is inspired by a man I met in the club last week.
See, we're already starting out. Remember, she's a stripper. And so I guess she's going to tell a story about a man she met at the club. What kind of men go to strip clubs? God-fearing, law-abiding Boy Scouts? No.
And I knew he hit women, and it was
Okay.
because of how he talked.
Okay.
And then it's just been in my head for like this whole last week. Just I felt the need to make a video on how to tell if a man is going to hit you. I would like to start off by saying that for this particular topic, I feel like there are people that have more experience in this than I do. So I
If you want, I can give you some experience.
don't want to feel like the things that I'm saying are taking away from them. Because I have never been down that road.
I don't believe her. Man, she has 693 subscribers and is acting like she's talking to millions. I know what you're thinking. I talk to myself. I watch my own videos. But anyway, let's see what she has to say.
Have never been stuck on that road. Do not want to be. I just wanted to share my experience and things that I know. Just being in the industry and then
Oh my God! Look at the backboard. Her dry erase board in the back. Uh, does that say OnlyFans or Objectives? The blue. The When I have a mouse. Does this say OnlyFans or Objectives? This says YouTube. It says one video a week. That's fine. And what does that say? Oh, I don't know. It starts with an S. I can't really read it. But if this says OnlyFans, because I know that's an O, maybe that's Objectives. No, that's OnlyFans. That says OnlyFans. Yeah, and she does an OnlyFans, but it says two. I think that's two performance. So she probably has to make or two portfolio. It starts with a P, so it's either OnlyFans two portfolio or OnlyFans two performances. I don't know what she does on OnlyFans. I haven't checked it. I'm not going to check. Anyway, just adding to the Ask Anna lore. I still call her Ask Anna, but yeah, adding to the Anna lore.
Dating men. So how to know if a man will hit you?
He's
I
black.
think there are
He's
a few major signs.
Mexican.
I have never been hit in anger from a man that I've dated, but
I mean, she's been hit having sex.
I have dated many men, talked to many men who have gone on to do that to other women. I usually just get out before I see shit go down. But I'm going to tell you about this man who came in last week.
Okay.
He was like 40.
Mm-hmm.
He had an attractive face.
Mm-hmm.
His whole conversation was centered around what a man is versus what a woman is. Like he had these very like traditional gender roles.
Which are the best gender roles to have. Because if you followed traditional gender roles, you wouldn't be a sex worker. You'd be a homemaker with kids and a husband who took care of you, and your life would be a lot easier.
But it was such an odd thing because that was what he brought to a strip club, and this was my first time meeting a man, and he's already telling me about how hyper masculine he is. I think too, also because I'm a more feminine woman, I think I just attract more masculine, controlling.
Wow, you're getting it. Yeah. More. See, that's why today, because of feminism and how men are put down, men have become more feminine. The younger crop of men and the younger crop of women have become more masculine. And the problem is the women don't like feminine men, but the men they want go for feminine women. So that's why you have so many women just being, pumped and dumped, and no one's getting into like a serious relationship. It's all these situationships. That's why less people are getting married. That's why there's less kids being had. Because it's like all these women, and I'm basing this on Tinder. You have like whatever 10 women are going for the same two guys, but those two guys are only gonna use them for sex because they're not feminine enough. Like they look good, but their personality, like they're on the grind. It's just not feminine. But anyway,
Men, I think. Or maybe it's just because I'm independent. They want to burst my bubble. But this
she
man,
always thinks the whole world's against her.
he brought up women getting beat on for no reason, like just unprovoked, telling me about how he had friends that would do it and he just like didn't understand it.
I do, because they fun to hit.
Which, looking back, I feel like he was trying to absolve himself from the guilt that he felt from also doing it. Because every bad person that's a bad person is never going to say they're a bad person or they did bad things. Like, they're just going to justify it to where, they come out on top.
He didn't say he hit women. He said he had friends. What? Wait. Okay.
So, someone who repeatedly says something that their friend does that they look down upon, they could just be disagreeing with it, or it could just be because they do it. But if they admit that they do it, you're gonna see them as evil.
So you're a stripper psychologist. My bad.
And they don't want that. But
We should call her Dr. Pole. God, I'm funny.
yeah, he kept talking about that. He also asked me if a man had ever hit me. And I said the same thing I just told you, that I have never been hit out of anger. Like maybe during sex, but not.
Well, that's obvious.
Not out of anger. I have never been slapped across the face. I've never been punched. Like, never. It's never been my experience.
Just on your ass.
And he's not the first man to ask me that. And every time a man asks me that, I already know that they're looking for your weak points. Like, they're trying to see if you've been there so they can take you down there again.
Oh my god. Dude, this is the most main character syndrome person I've ever seen. She thinks every man's trying to bring her down, burst her bubble, and apparently hit her. She needs to stop talking to men. Because I don't know the number, a high percentage of the men she interacts with are clients. So her worldview on men is just null and void.
I know this sounds fucked. I was having a conversation with someone last night and he was so positive. And I was like, I feel like I just looked through all the microaggressions through people. And he was saying that he felt like that was because of my past and then also the club environment.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm not, I wish I was more of a hippie person, but I'm not. I just see the
No, you're a whore.
microaggressions. I see the things people are hiding and I can't unsee it. And obviously, like what you look for, you're going to find. But everybody's hiding something, and I feel like as soon as I see it, I can understand the person better. Um, there are many evil men. Men.
Oh, God. I bet you in her world, 99% of men are evil.
Me. And when I first started this channel, it was to teach women. I don't know what the fuck this channel is now, but I
It's
kept
garbage.
feeling the need to talk about this, and it's so negative, but I kept feeling the need to talk about this. So yeah, if a man asks you if you've been hit before, if you have, the answer is always no. No. Never.
So she's telling you to lie. Um, here's the thing. I'm gonna give the correct advice. Okay, if you're not a stripper, if you're a regular woman, and a man asks you that, he's asking because he most likely doesn't want to be in a relationship with a woman who's been in a abusive relationship, because those usually don't work out because if the guy's normal and then you're coming from a damaged background, you guys aren't going to work out. So he's asking you to save you and him time. Now, if you think he's asking you because he wants to beat you, because since I beat women, I only date women that have if that's your way of thinking, you shouldn't date anyway. So there you go.
Never happened to you. That's not your standard. Like, you have been untouched, you've been spoiled, you've been privileged. A man has never hit you. I don't care if he has. That's not something you tell somebody until, like, I don't know, a month after knowing them, 3 months after
You
knowing them.
you, you just
It's
making
not
shit up.
something you just tell somebody you just started seeing because they're gonna.
She has no experience with this, and she's just telling you what to do. Women give horrible advice. Women, once again, if you want a normal relationship, you have to be honest. So, if a man asks you a question, obviously, if he goes, "Hey, what's your social security number and your bank account?" Yeah, duh. But something like major, you should just be upfront. And if you ask him, I don't know what you're gonna ask him. If you ask him a question, and he can't answer it, if you ask him like, yeah, like if you ask him, have you ever hit a woman? You would want him to give an honest answer, right?
Gonna use that against you. There was somebody else too. This was 3 months ago. I had a promoter ask me to sing at a party,
I'm pressing
and
X to
he's really
doubt.
just trying to use me. He put me on the flyer, and he was trying to use, I guess, my friends and following. Which, jokes on him. I'm a very introverted person. I have a lot of people in my life, but it's not like I just hang out with like 20 people on the regular that I can just call up to go to a party. But this man put me on a flyer wanted me to sing at a pool party, and I remember having this phone call with him, and he really wanted to date me, but as soon as he like talked about the kids, I was just, oh, I was out of it. And he told me he was living with his baby mother and their kid at their house. Crazy shit. Crazy fucking shit. Told me all this stuff. And then I remember him telling me about how he didn't believe in women getting hit, how he just didn't even believe in arguing with women, just all this like gender specific stuff off my first like meeting of him. Come to find out, I go to the pool party. He's saying that he didn't talk to the DJ. He didn't send the DJ my song. I was only supposed to be there to sing happy birthday. Just all this bullshit. I ended up leaving. Sorry, I left some shit out.
What she? What the? That was funny. Come on. Okay. Her volume dropped a lot. Man, if I turn up the speaker. Dude, talk about an edit. What the fuck, dude? She just like. I love her. Okay, let's see.
He didn't talk to the DJ, did not actually organize me going to sing because he felt rejected. This happened within a period of like 2 days. I met someone, it was his mother actually. She told me about the pool party. He wanted me to sing. Friday, I had a phone call with him. He's telling me he doesn't
Wait. She left out a lot, but okay.
argue with women. Tells me he's living with his baby mother. I ignore him. He calls me the next morning. That's the day of the pool party. I go to the pool party. He feels rejected because I haven't talked to him all day. And then he like essentially takes me off of the lineup after me already going there and him posting my face everywhere. And him posting my face is a big deal. I live in Atlanta. There's a small population of white people, a very small population of white girls. If you put me on a flyer for somewhere in LA or Tampa, it would be regular. But for him to put me on a flyer for a party in Atlanta, you're
In Plantation Land?
using the fuck out of me. Fuck out of me. And I was like the only white person there. I went with my friend too. And that's the crazy thing, because everything he said about, oh, I don't argue with women, he argued with me in front of my friend, and he started like moving his hands everywhere. And Reaper, don't show them your wee-wee. Reaper! Anyways, he was moving his hands all crazy. I stepped in front of my friend because he was getting all up in her face. See, Reaper's all upset. He was getting all up in her face. And I stood my ground and we like kept arguing, and then I left. But I knew he hit women. And my friend, she's not very street smart. She's a smart woman. She is not street smart. She didn't know what the fuck was going on. But that man, he was about to. So
I mean, there's no proof you're saying it, so unless you have evidence of him hitting a woman, it's just, okay, sure.
I already knew.
Okay.
I already knew before the girlfriend told me, because I saw it.
So the girlfriend told you, okay. I told on him to his mother later. She seemed very sweet, but she already knew what he was and didn't care. Okay. So she said that the guy's girlfriend said that he hit her. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
And instinct really took over me at that point too, because I've never, I don't know, I've had to be in situations where I'm the person who like steps up, but I've never had someone threaten my innocent friend who clearly cannot fight.
Why is a woman gonna fight a man in the first place? And how is your friend innocent when she's friends with a sex worker? So your friend's not innocent.
I've never had that situation, and I just like went full mama bear. That's another.
Okay, now I have to turn the volume down a little bit. Okay, because she's all over the place.
Other thing too, people always want to talk about like mama's boys, and they're like so innocent and like, oh, it's like annoying, they love their mom so much, and people always tell you look at the relationship that men have with their mother. If a man is too close with the mom and he was spoiled by her, it does not mean he loves women. it only means he loves his mother. And with his situation, and then as I go on to the video, I'm going to tell you about a guy I dated for a month and how he stalked me, and then his girlfriend said that his ex-girlfriend said that he used to beat on
Oh
her.
God.
He was very close to his mother. So that's what you need to watch out for. Men who are like this.
So she's basing every single man. She's basing the male population behavior off of two guys. This is why you can't take her advice. Okay? If I'm going to base the whole whatever Korean population based on one girl I hung out with 3 years ago, you would call me crazy. So this is the same thing.
With their mother. It does not mean they love women. They love the person who enables them. And then his girlfriend at the time was following my Instagram account, reached out to me. Ugh. Fuck, I shouldn't even be saying all this.
Well, then hit stop.
But there's no chance that she's going to be listening to this.
Yeah.
Anyways, right. I found out that he beat her.
How'd you find out?
And she didn't even know about baby mama living with him. Y'all aren't even going to be able to figure this out, though. You're only going to know if you're her or him. Because me speaking about this, it's not like you can find it.
You live in Atlanta. You have 693 subscribers. You're basically my channel. You're probably the only one who watches your videos. Calm down.
Like, good fucking luck. Everything's deleted. I hate talking about personal experiences because they're true. They're there. I just don't want anything to, like, come back on somebody else or somebody else feel betrayed that I said something that they didn't want me to say. But I just think that this is important. Like, anytime you meet a man and his immediate conversation or following conversations is about you getting abused, he is fishing to see if it's been done to you before.
No, he's not.
Or he's trying to absolve himself of the guilt of him already doing it.
Oh, boy.
I just don't want y'all to get hit.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and then the other thing. There was this one man I dated when I was 20. And this ties back into the man at the club.
Okay.
This man I dated when I was 20... We went on a couple days. I remember going to the roller skating rink with him and then to an ice cream store. And then I never fucked him. But I...
Lie. It's just really hard to believe that a person of her background, who is a stripper, has an OnlyFans, when she says a story about a man and then she says, we, didn't do it. It's just hard to believe, but okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
I did spend a couple nights over, and I remember he wanted to slap me, and he, like, playfully slapped me, and I told him that I didn't want him to do that anymore. And I do remember, too, there being one time where he just, like... Ugh.
ATM.
Men just take it too far sometimes, and you have to notice the signs. But I was not okay with the slapping because I feel like once you start with the face, like, they're gonna go harder. They clearly don't respect you. Like, if that's a kink, that's something you talk about. That's not just something you do. And
like BDSM is one of the top 3 kinks. Just saying.
Then expect the person you're with to be okay with it. I remember on my date with him outside the ice cream shop, we were making out in the car, and then he just started, like, slapping my ass. And I was sitting on top of him and the steering wheel behind us. And it was fine. But then he wouldn't stop. And he was a fighter too. Not a professional one. I can't remember. He did like some boxing or some shit. But I
Don't tell me it was a she has a speed bag ass.
actually left him after the slap on my face because I just knew where it was gonna go, and then I remembered being in the library because he kept like trying to talk to me. He would follow me around campus because this was when I was in college, and he was like 24. I had no business being with him. I'm 24 now. When I was 20, I was like, oh my god, here's this older, handsome guy. But in reality, now that I'm 24, it's like, wow, there's that man who had none of his shit together, and I thought he did just because he was a little bit older. But I remember
You don't have your shit together. You're a sex worker.
being in a library with him, and at the very bottom of the UCF library in the basement, and he kept asking me like, why don't you fuck with me anymore, like what happened, blah 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 blah. And then I told him what the fuck he did. I told him about him hitting me. I think he apologized. I don't really remember. um but yeah, I've never stayed with a man to where, you move in and they get like all abusive and all that shit. And he was so handsome. Let me tell you that. Like, that man was handsome. And the slapping on the face is a really big sign too, because the man that I met last week in the club, he tried me for no reason. We were sitting across from each other, and then he just randomly slapped me.
Oh god. Okay, so she said she's never had a man hit her and then proceeds to tell a story that two men have hit her. One of them she dated, one of them she just met. Okay.
But it wasn't hard. Like, it was a very like playful, but it's like I know where that goes.
Do you? Do
I did
you?
choke him because he choked me.
What? She's gotta be trolling. I did choke him because he choked me. So he slapped you and he choked you. She's this I know. This is performance art. You're going to see whatever 2 years from now when she's at, 20,000 subs, cuz a person like this will blow up. She'll drop a viral video. And she's gonna make a video, like an apology video, going, listen guys, I'm an actress, like all this is BS, I've been trolling her or whatever, because there's no way she commits to, I've never been hit, to now she's been hit and choked. Like, what? Anyway.
I don't know. I probably should have told security, but then I really, I try to. Security goes through a lot, so I try to deal with shit on my own, and then if I can't, I'll let them know. But
And then she had, I'm assuming you guys read the text. That's why Anna is a really good channel to watch and react to, because she always has subtitles. But she goes, when I left him, I whispered in his ear that I knew he hit women. Well, yeah, he just hit you and choked you, so you're a woman. Good, Anna.
he was spending money, so great money. But yeah, I've just been thinking about this all week, and I would love to stay in the high vibration of, what do I want for my future? I can have anything. Like, oh, I love money. Like, I just got like this new king bed. Isn't it pretty?
I
I'm
don't
so
know. I don't
excited. I have
care.
4 inches of memory foam coming today. It's been delayed by like 2 days, so that kind of sucked. But yeah, new bed.
Why does she need a king size bed? Is that really a king size bed? I don't know. I don't even have a bed. I sleep on a workbench. I mean, a bench press. That's why my arms are so small. I sleep on a workout bench. Yeah, so that's smaller than a cot.
Um, and I was wanting a new bed, and then my neighbor gave me a free mattress because he's moving out. He went to Europe for whatever reason. So that's great. And I don't know. I guess other people are weirded out by people giving them their mattresses, but it wasn't that old. I washed the cover, I disinfected it, and then I have my 4-inch memory foam coming today too.
I guarantee you there is nothing that man did on that bed that is remotely close to what you do in that club every night. Okay?
I never even sleep on like a full mattress. I'm always sleeping on something above that. Um, but yeah, I would love to stay in the high vibe. I just felt the need to make this video. So again, your biggest signs are if he talks about it,
You don't know
talks
that.
about how much he wouldn't do
You
it,
don't
but
know
it's
that.
like an abnormal amount. He's probably done it.
Bad advice.
Oh, there was another guy too I
Oh,
dated
God.
for like a month. He ended up stalking the shit out of me. He's
Sure.
gone now. He gave up. I'm sure he found somebody else. He had an ex-girlfriend and he told me that the ex-girlfriend was going around saying he beat on her. And he was acting like she was crazy.
She probably
And
was.
now after my experience with him, after having to block 4 numbers, after having him call the gate up my complex for no reason, after having him show up at my club for
The thing is, we don't know the other side of the story, and I've learned that when people talk about relationships, they usually don't put the X in a good light. So, you could take this with a grain of salt.
like a month. Every time I was working, I believe her. I believe that girl. I think what saves me every time is just
Jesus.
leaving. I don't stay with men, and I don't know what it is about me that attracts hyper masculine men to where they go like too far to the other side. I don't know what it is about me.
I don't know, because you're a sex worker. So you attract trash. Jesus Christ. If she worked at anywhere, Starbucks, she would find like a nice guy. I mean, this is common sense.
Well, then again, I guess they're attracted to everyone. Ugh, whatever. Anyways, um, if you hear about them hitting, if they talk about them hitting, if they playfully slap you, it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, when somebody chokes you, there's a right and a wrong way to choke.
Oh, God.
And if someone does it the wrong way, either they don't know what the fuck they're doing and they're inexperienced, or they're doing it on purpose. If you're choking a woman, it's on the sides. It is not.
Guys, let's don't choke people. See, she's got to be trolling. Right? So, she's never been hit, but apparently only attracts men that hit. And now she's giving choking lessons. This is the biggest troll on the internet right now. I think I figured her out.
Not on the front. So if you have somebody that's like putting their full weight and on the front,
Mm-hmm.
you better leave that man. Yeah. Because he either gets no hose or he's trying to kill you. But yeah, I think life is great. There are many predatory men out there, and you need to protect yourself. And these are for my women. So, adios. Reaper says bye bye. Say bye bye.
It's over. She's got to be trolling. That like that whole last 45 seconds went hard. So, okay, we have learned, if this is even true, we have learned that a stripper attracts because every story she's told about a man has been bad. So I think the real advice is, if you want a nice person in your life, don't work in the sex industry. The people you meet when you work at a bookstore are different than the people you meet when you work at a strip club. It just is. It's two different walks of life. One life is easier. One life you meet people that hit you. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace. God, this chick is fucking crazy.